All right, there's a report going out there. I had a screenshot up there that Matthew Stafford, one of his preferences is the LA Rams. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I think a couple years ago, we almost beat them with Mac Patricia at Ford Field, man. But, funny thing about it is him and Aaron Donald should have been teammates the year they drafted Eric Ebron, okay? And people talk about Jim Caldwell, and I love Jim Caldwell. But remember, he was right there with Mark Mayhew at Sammy Watkins' pro day or whatever they was at, slobbing over and drooling over Sammy Watkins, and they were just looking for a pass catcher. He was drooling over Eric Ebron, even though the stats said Eric Ebron had, the highest drop rate coming out of North Carolina that year, okay? They just wasn't that smart. Like I said before, one thing I hope for Brad Holmes and Todd, and John Dorsey and all them in the front office is they make the simple move. They make the right play. This is the right play. Like Larry Brown say, play the right way. If I see that a guy has the highest drop rate in football and I got one of the hardest throwers in the football, why would I draft him? But you reading it right here, and I'll get to it in a minute. But it was a plain move. If you was going to take anybody, it should have been Aaron Donald or Odell Beckham Jr. You didn't get Sammy Watkins. You couldn't get Mike Evans, and they just didn't make the right play. It just gets on your nerves because the whole city of Detroit know they should do this, and they turn around and do that, and it's irritating. That's one thing that Brad Holmes got to understand being in Detroit is just make the simple move. You ain't got to get sexy and flamboyant and be the smartest person in the room. Make the right move. But it says, sources says, Jeremy Fowler, y'all know him, Matt Stafford considers the Rams a viable contender in his trade market with the Lions. While it's unclear, what the Rams can do with Jared Goff, long-term deal on the books. They've explored the possibility with Stafford, but in the same time with that too, their highest pick this year is the 57th pick, and that's late second round. So they don't really have the picks this year unless they're going to give us their second, their third, and their fourth. And their first next year, they just don't have they don't have the draft pick. So you say if they don't have the draft picks and we damn sure don't want Jared Goff, then you start talking about guys like, who was they got Leonard Floyd over there, and they really don't have much. Cooper Kupp. So it's going to be hard to pull this off. You don't really see too many or any 3-team deals in the NFL. But before we kind of get into, what it would take, for them, to be honest, with Stafford, that might be the perfect situation. Cam Akers starting to really turn it on there. And they got an offense that's really quarterback friendly. And I think he can make more throws than Jared Goff. I think he's a superior quarterback than Jared Goff. And I really think, talking about the Rams quarterback position, if I'm them, I'm trying to get Jalen Hurts away from the Philadelphia Eagles, to be honest. I think a guy like Hurts, Michael Vick, Kyler Murray, guys like that would be perfect in Sean McVay's system. Sean McVay needs a mobile quarterback, a quarterback that can really get on the edge and on them bootlegs. And if Sean McVay had a mobile quarterback, I think the league would be on notice with their defense. So really for him, I think they need to be trying to look at mobile quarterbacks. And I think they really missed the boat not drafting or being able to get their hands on Jalen Hurts last year. And I just think Stafford is an upgrade from Jared Goff. His arm is better, and he's just tougher than Jared Goff. And that'd be a good move for Matthew. That'd be a good move for the Rams. And I think instantly the Rams started to become NFC North favorites. With that defense, Cam Akers coming along, you know what I'm saying? They fill a hole there and here, whoever it may be. Maybe they find a speedster in a draft that really can stretch the field in. Then we can really get it popping for them, where they can get it popping. So really what they missing is somebody other than Robert Woods that can get down the field and stretch the field. And, that's pretty much it in the quarterback. That'd be their dream scenario to get Stafford over there. But then you got to worry about Jared Goff contract, and we ain't taking that contract on at all. So it didn't seem like, they gave him a team-friendly contract. You see like Andy Dalton contract, and they was able to cut ties with Andy, and he was able to go to Dallas and really owe him no money. Sound like Jared Goff agent did a great job of guaranteeing him some money, playing for the Rams and not playing for the Rams. And, I just think if that deal was like Jimmy Garoppolo deal, or that deal was like Andy Dalton deal he had in Cincinnati, then, it'd probably be a real viable, chance that Stafford to go over there and be the next Rams quarterback. But, what you going to learn about playing football in L.A. and what Stafford going to find out if you do go there, they don't care about football. They do not care about the sport of football. Football is a last resort in LA. He not going to get the fanfare or the energy he got in Detroit. Detroit is the greatest football town there is. And people say, how can you say that? And then I would say Cleveland right there with us. They can be a tie there. These teams that went 0-16 that lose and still have fan bases. If the Rams went 0-16 or whatever they did, or it's a sorry franchise, won't nobody come watch the Rams play, and don't nobody want to watch the Chargers play. When it's good, bad, or in between, Cleveland and Detroit still accumulating fans. Cleveland lost their team. Places like them, Buffalo, those are the best football towns in football. Green Bay ain't seen a drought in ever because NFL always makes sure they good. If Green Bay start losing, let's see a lot of them cheese heads start packing up Lambeau Field and start being cold. That's the truth, So don't, you go to LA, they don't care shit about football. Aaron Donald would be king in Detroit had they drafted him when the Dominican suit, and they would have had a playoff win, and Stafford wouldn't have had to answer that question. They would have, far and behold, been the best defense in the NFL that year. They was already top 1 or 2 in the league, or top 3. You add Aaron Donald to that mix, it's a wrap. But the Lions just don't make the right move. They got to be all sexy and all we the smartest people in the room. And Mark Mayhew felt that he was just the smartest dude in the room, and he wasn't. He didn't believe in taking DBs. Had he took better DBs, the Lions would have won the Saints game. That first playoff game they played in. People forget about all them picks they dropped in that game. Drew Brees has been a consistent choke in the playoffs, man. But you put him on the Rams, and I think Matthew Stafford is probably going to take Sean McVay straight to the bank with this. My 50 Cent. They going all the way. I mean, there's a... Hey, man, you put him on Denver... with Philip Lindsay, he just proposed his woman. That's his mistake. But you put him on Denver, I think. I think they got an instant winner with that defense and Von Miller coming back, and Bradley Chubbs over there had a good season this year. And a couple other minor adjustments. You put them in the Rams, they could be Super Bowl contenders. You put them with the 49ers, they can rise. The Raiders get a receiver, and they probably can win it there. And that's just, it's the truth. It's a couple teams that's just a quarterback away. Who else we got out there? Miami, they get another receiver, make Parker a number 2 or something like that, and they find a running back. Shit, they can be right. There's a lot of teams that, what's going to determine it is injuries. Because you go to the Rams, and Aaron Donald get injured for the season. Shit, we go to the Broncos, and, Cortland Sutherland miss again. Von Miller going out. So what it really boiled down to is, he got some teams that he can go straight to the Super Bowl. Indianapolis Colts. If they kind of, shore some things up and, probably find another pass rusher on the outside, maybe another DB, maybe another receiver, they ready to go. But all his choices seem to be Midwest on West. Would the Cowboys fix the defense? Probably not. That's another viable place that maybe so. They can get there. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott came in better health, and there's been rumors they may trade him after this coming season. So, I mean, there's some teams he can go to and he can win right away, but the Rams probably be the perfect fit for him. But then again, let's talk about it. It ain't about what Matthew wants. And we could trade him to the European, whatever teams they got on there in the soccer league, the Celtics or whatever. We could trade him over there to the Premier League. What are you going to do? Retire? Okay, bye. He can do a Rob Gronkowski and say, well, I ain't going, I'm retiring. Well, okay, retire. Retire at 32, 33 years old. That's on you, cuz. Don't nobody care. So he can kind of control his destiny with retiring, but shit, sit on the bench, do a Carson Palmer. You going to force us to Barry Sanders you? I mean, New Orleans, all his teams is basically going out west. Cowboys, Saints, 49ers, Rams, Indianapolis Colts, going a little bit west of us. So, I mean, I don't think they got the compensation to do it no way. So, unless they send in Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, they don't got nobody I want, really. So, unless they going to give us they first round next year and give us their second this year, I mean, it's going to be hard to compete with that 49ers offer. 2 2s, 2 3s. I don't know, man. So, let me know what you guys think about Stafford wanting to go to the Los Angeles Rams, but their highest pick this year is the 57th pick in the league. So, I don't know where they trade. They pick to, I guess, it's for Jalen Ramsey. So, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All links in the description. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget to check them out the channel, Goodfellow Sports TV, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. All the links in the description. Want to make a donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well, too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think about Stafford wanting to go to the Rams. We gone.